We just have to keep going and remind people that there are people who need our help. During the Russian invasion Ukraine, more than 3,000 educational facilities were damaged, of which more than 400 were completely destroyed, representing 10 the country's educational facilities. President Volodymyr Zelensky has appointed several ambassadors in recent months through the charity United 24 to raise funds for his nation. The latest addition to the team is British actor Mark Strong. You've seen him in films like Zero Dark 30, Sherlock Holmes, Kingsman, The Imitation Game, Tar, and most recently The Critic. Strong joins the likes of Barbara Streisand, Liev Schreiber, Ivana Sakno, Richard Branson as United 24 ambassadors, and will be responsible for supporting the platform's education science program, specifically raising funds to build shelters in schools. Euronews Culture sat down with Mark Strong to discuss his new role, how public figures can make a meaningful difference, the risk of compassion fatigue when faced with conflict, his upcoming projects on screens both big and small, including a key role in the upcoming Dune series from HBO. Some Euronews Culture. How did you become involved with United 24? Mark Strong. I was asked to play in a charity football match at Stamford Bridge. I am a huge Arsenal fan, told ex-Arsenal players like Robert Pires and cliché guys like would be playing. Have to admit my initial enthusiasm for the game was going to meet all these legends' support. But then while I was there, I ran into Shevchenko, who a few years ago had played in a charity match for Soccer Aid. He's such a lovely guy and we became good friends. Then met Zinchenko, another Ukrainian football player who plays Arsenal, and while I there realized that during the few days we were training the match, everything was done United 24, which is President Zelensky's fundraising arm, and he raising money Ukraine. I talked to the guys who organized it and they asked for my help. And it's so hard when someone asks you for help saying no. Do you think it's important? Perhaps more than ever. For artists and public figures like yourself lend their public profiles to causes raise awareness of social and political issues? That would be an interesting question for you as a journalist to answer. Because have things changed over the years? In the past, we didn't have social media. We didn't have this access to information that everyone else has. I think people become obsessed with fame and all of that. People are curating own photos on their phones. They're gravitating towards own visual impact. And maybe in that environment, it's important for visible and recognizable people to help things they feel strongly about. And that's what I do. In the current world, everything suffers from oversaturation. You've talked to President Zelensky, and in recent months many celebrities have been active in showing their support. From Sean Penn to Jessica Chastain via Ben S.